Hi, it's Travis Moore again, coming at you after another week in Tallahassee. We just finished week two of the legislative session. A lot beginning to move behind the scenes. Not so much that you've been seeing as far as committee hearings, although we did have the first hearing on House Bill 913, which is the House version of the condo package for this year, kind of that condo 4.0 after we've been doing the last few years after the Surfside collapse. It does deal with SIRS, the Structural Integrity Reserve Study, milestone inspections, terminations, recalls, hurricane protection, a lot of those efforts. It's a little bit more developer friendly, I would think, than what we might want to see as the ultimate end package. But they are taking it very seriously that there is some things that need to be done. The Senate Bill 1742 will get heard, I believe, week after next. And so a lot will need to happen because those bills are miles apart for things to and they'll pass it, I think, as it is with some tweaks, but certainly not try to match it up yet with the House. But then those negotiations, as it moves through the process, will continue and they'll get closer and closer together because ultimately, as you know, the legislature has to pass a bill identically in both the House and the Senate for it to go to the governor. The governor also has weighed in. He's provided some language to both the House and the Senate as it relates to DBPR, as it relates to managers, as it relate discipline, things due to some of the fraudulent activities we've seen in some associations, unfortunately. So there's a lot of that we're also looking at and dealing with, making sure that there's a good balance there between making sure that those that are doing wrong certainly are punished and held accountable, but without going overbearing onto associations and their efforts to volunteer and lead and manage their communities. We've got the statute of repose bill, but still has not moved. That construction defect bill that we've been trying to make sure it does not pass to undo the good work we did last year. I don't think we're going to be seeing as much on the HOA front as we saw last year. I think the HOAs, I think the legislature's thought is, at least in the Senate, let's give that a chance to settle and the education requirements, et cetera, the things that we'd put in place last year. So I don't think we're going to be seeing as much movement there, but there certainly will be. We're working on issues as it pertains to ADUs, for instance. We haven't yet seen this year's version of the vacation rental bill, but I'm sure that language is forthcoming. So thanks for all that you've been doing, staying involved and engaged with your legislators as we move through at least another 7 more weeks of this legislative session. It's going to really ramp up. And a lot going on that I think is going to be important. We've got an insurance hearing, a big insurance hearing committee tomorrow in the House Banking and Insurance Committee. They are not happy about a recent report saying that insurance companies were doing very well while telling the state that they were not. So that hearing will take place tomorrow. We'll probably see some legislation coming out of that. The My Safe Florida Home Condo Bill is getting ready to be heard in its second committee. A lot of work being done there to make that program more robust and easier for associations to access. So have a good rest of your week, and then we'll see you again next week as we get back at it in the Capitol. Thank you.